like I said, the guy was saying, yeah, I live down here and everything is all good. We all get along. The white folks are very nice. They're very hospitable. And I asked him one question. I said, brother, you live in Montgomery? Okay, listen, brother, I lived in Birmingham, Alabama. I know the South. I know the area. I've been to Montgomery. Brother, since everything ain't no racism like that and everybody's getting along, can you name anything that black people in Montgomery own of significant consequence? Well, no. What do black people in Montgomery own of significant consequence? I'm not talking about the little barbecue spot or the little hole in the wall juke joint. What of significant consequence do black people own in Montgomery? Well, nothing really, but we all go, that's what I'm saying. The people down there, which they are very nice. I've talked about this before. Some of the nicest white people you want to meet are some of the white people down south. Southern white people are some of the most hospitable people to you. They're very polite to you. And to a coon, that throws them off. Because deep down, that's all a coon really wants. They just want massa to be nice. White people in the South are very hospitable. Because why should they be hostile to you? You're not a threat. As long as you are buck dancing and bucking your eyes and being second fiddle and not owning and controlling anything, of course they're going to be nice to you. You're not a threat. You know your place. You ain't trying to cause no trouble. Yeah, they're going to be nice to you. As long as you know your place. They are the nicest to you when you know your place. When you are passing them on the street on your way back to the projects. They have no problem with you. As long as you're on the job working in the mailroom, they have no problem with you. As long as you're working in the front as the security guard, while they're executives, they have no problem with you. As long as you're the shoe shine man or the janitor, yeah, they treat you nice. Nigga, you ain't a threat. Don't go around here talking about how nice the white people are, nigga, and you're in the same predicament and same position of subservience around white people that you were in 1850. Yeah, they're going to be nice to you. You ain't a threat. You're right where they want you to be. White people in the South are very hospitable to some of their slaves because the dynamic is already set in stone. When you start getting some independence, that's when you become a threat. When you start owning and controlling something, then you become a threat. Own something of significant consequence. Start employing other black people and see how they act towards you. Oh, they're very hospitable until we start owning and controlling something. That's why Neely Fuller said black folks love hiding in the hood. The hood is a place where black people can hide because that's the place that they put you in. As long as you're in your place, you think you're safe, but they can come down there and pick you off anytime they want to. And that's why a lot of black people with that coon mindset, they got to come up with all of these coping mechanisms as to why the race soldiers can come down to the hood and pick you off anytime they want to. Well, the nigga should have complied. I mean, shit. Ain't no racism. All the nigga had to do was comply if he just had his hands up like he supposed to. You see? Black folks like to come up with these coping mechanisms. Just because these people are not being overtly hostile to you, that doesn't mean racism doesn't exist. The racism mechanism is already there. You're in a system of racism. It's like being in a prison. Sometimes some of the guards are pretty nice to you. Sometimes you might meet a hell of a cool prison guard. Sometimes that prison guard might slip you a couple of extra fruit cups. Sometimes that white prison guard might be real cool, but here's the problem. You're still in a prison. You're already in an environment that is designed to be covertly and overtly hostile. You're already in a hostile environment. You're already in a situation you shouldn't be in. You understand? You're already in a situation you should not be in. See, just like the money thing, a lot of black people think if I get some money, I'm going to be all right. I was arguing with a white supremacist the other day. He was talking about, Tariq, you're a race baiter. You be telling black folks that because of racism, they can't make it. You tell black folks they can't make it because of the mean old white man. I said, define making it. What does make it mean? How do you make it in a system of white supremacy? See, we got to understand what these terms mean. How do you make it in a system of white supremacy? See, black folks got this thing. All I have to do, if I get some money, I will have transcended white supremacy. It don't work like that. No, you don't. You don't transcend white supremacy. That's why they have such a problem with me, because I have a couple of chips. I got a couple of dollars that don't mean shit. I'm still a victim of white supremacy. They love to show black folks and say, hey, you don't look so oppressed over there. You're over there driving a Bentley. All of you, Colin Kaepernick and all, you got a swimming pool in your backyard. How are you? What kind of oppression is that? I mean, God, you don't seem oppressed. Yeah. You mean Colin Kaepernick, who got blacklisted from the NFL for speaking against racism? That's oppression. That's oppression, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Tariq, you don't seem oppressed over there in a $1 million home in a little mansion you got there, buddy, and your Bentleys. Guess what? Me and my family got pulled out of our homes in a raid at gunpoint on live television in our mansion. That's oppression, because some white supremacists orchestrated with law enforcement to call in a fake swatting threat, which was orchestrated by the police. And they brought me and my family out of our mansion in front of all of our cars at gunpoint, which they could have blew me and my family's brains out. That's oppression. Let's be very clear. Don't let people think and fool you. What's up, son? Hey, son. Hey, son, my son Mateo. Don't let people make you think because you got a couple of dollars that you're different now. That's the trick bag that they put a lot of black folks in. A lot of black folks think, oh, I got some money, so I'm good now. I ain't like these other niggas. I done made it. Until that white woman say that you done touched her coochie without her will. The white woman who makes $3 an hour as a waitress, the broke white woman, then sat up here and made a false accusation against your $20 million ass, and all of a sudden you in court about to lose all your money over a $3 white woman. You understand what I'm saying? That's oppression. You don't think for a minute your money is going to help you transcend white supremacy. Nigga, yeah, I got a couple of dollars. That's relative. I can't go to a whole country ban me, nigga. Don't sit up and tell me about I ain't oppressed because I got a couple of dollars, and nigga, the UK government told me if I ever step foot over there, they're going to detain my ass. I can't step foot in Britain, nigga. That's oppression. When a whole country say you can't come in because of your views, that's oppression. Yeah, I'm a victim of white supremacy still. Bill Cosby was damn near a half a billionaire. Look what they did to Bill Cosby. A bunch of broke white women, a bunch of broke over-the-hill white women trumped his money. That's oppression. O.J. Simpson, they drained his money off of a fake murder rap they gave him. You understand? Black folks fall into this trap thinking if I just get some money, I'm going to be safe from white supremacy. No, you become a bigger target. That's why you cannot sit up here and try to play this game, well, I'm different from other niggas. You understand? I saw an interview with my good brother, Van Lathan. Van Lathan used to work at TMZ. Shout out to Van, and I know Van is probably listening. Van is my guy. My dude Van got fired from TMZ. Van got fired because they said he was kind of going back and forth with one of his white co-workers, and he had his hands on his shoulders, and they flipped it to make it look like Van was choking the guy and all this. So Van got a little comfortable with those white folks at the job. Van made a mistake that a lot of black folks make, and I had a conversation with Van one time about alt-right Andy, because Van was cool with all of those guys, and he was like, man, come on, man, you really think Andy's a white supremacist? Yeah, I think he's a white supremacist. So Van was kind of questioning me and my views on alt-right Andy. You know, that's who hangs with Charlemagne and all those dudes, because I believe Andy is a suspected white supremacist, still do, based on his views. I don't play that little buddy-buddy game with these white supremacist suspects like that. He said too much slick shit about black folks, and a person like him, he get on the jury pool, it's a rap for a black person. So I call white supremacy out. I'm not cool with white supremacists, suspects. I'm not cool with them at all. I'm not buddy-buddy with them. I don't work with them. None of that shit. I don't play those type of games with white supremacy. I'm not your fucking buddy. You understand? White supremacy is a cancer that we have to eradicate. And Kakan and Kikiing with alt-right Andy and him saying all that little alt-right type of bullshit. I ain't cool with that. I don't Kaka and Kiki with white folks like that. But Van, my dude, Van is cool with those type of guys. And Van learned the hard way. When you get up on these jobs with these white people, they ain't your buddy, dude. Y'all learn the hard way. These white people that y'all be Kakan and Kikiing with it, then y'all get to roughhousing and all of that. And at a certain point, they look at you, okay, this nigga's becoming a threat. He's getting a little too comfortable. He's getting a little too comfortable. We're going to have to show this nigga his place. Y'all get to roughhousing in that office and all of that stuff, and then they flip on you, then you become the big threatening Negro. You understand? We better understand how racism works. You become the big threatening Negro. Then they ended up firing that brother. They don't fire them white boys. Yeah, you get to shucking and jiving at the job with them white folks, and you get a little bit too comfortable. Family, this is why y'all better get this book here. Let me tell you something. Y'all better get this book here. Hold on. I got a great chapter in this book about workplace racism. Hold on. 79, right here. Page 79. Racial politics in the workplace. All right? This is a must read if you're on the job with these people. Boy, I break this stuff down. I break down the types of white people on the job, the type of suspected white supremacists, the type of relationships that they have with Negroes, the type of black folks, the coon qualification test that they do on jobs. I go deep in this book, ladies and gentlemen. I talk about the touch test that they do with black women, how they be touching your hair. That's a touch test. I break that down. This is a deep book. I talk about the charity case test, where they be, you know how the white folks come to your job with hand-me-down clothes. Hey, Jamal, I have some hand-me-down shirts I want to give you. Little shit like a lot of passive-aggressive stuff they do on the job.